Hi everyone, Tish here and welcome back to another car review on my channel Auto Social UK, the home of independent car reviews. In today's video I'm going to be taking a look at a car which I've already reviewed, however not in this engine variant. Last year I had a chance to get accustomed with the Alfa Romeo Tonale in its strong hybrid variant. However, now I'm testing out the plug-in hybrid and I was actually quite taken by the Alfa Romeo Tonale. I really did think that it was a competitive package when compared to other prestigious small SUVs like perhaps the Audi Q2 or the BMW X1. However, is it as good in its plug-in hybrid variant? Because the engine in this car is pretty small. Well, hopefully that's what I'm going to find out in today's video. So if that sounds good, then please keep watching. And if you like new car reviews and car content, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Adding to the Tonale lineup, this plug-in offers some pretty eye-catching stats, with a range of over 49 miles, which is further than the Cupra Formentor, the Lexus NX, and the Jaguar E-Pace can manage, but it can't quite beat the BMW X1's 56 miles. The plug-in hybrid version comes with a £6,000 premium compared to its mild hybrid base model. It starts at £46,000, but if you opt for the leather-seated Veloce and the fancier paint job like this Montreal green, the price can surpass £50,000. Undeniably a lot of money. However, fleet users will likely see it as the smarter choice and welcome new options in this segment. Now, I know what you guys are like. Let's not make any jokes about being at the side of the road with the bonnet up on the Alfa Romeo, because I actually just have it up to tell you about the engine. So I mentioned that the engine is pretty small, but the output is anything but small. So underneath this bonnet, you get a 1.3 litre turbocharged petrol engine. Yeah, it's not very Alfa Romeo, is it? But you do get an electric motor on both the front and rear axle. That makes this car all-wheel drive, and when you have got electric in the battery, that will give you a power output of just under 280 brake horsepower. So it's about 80 brake horsepower faster than the strong hybrid variant. So what is it actually like to drive? I actually did make a bit of a mistake when I took delivery of this car. So my plan was to reserve the battery, and I thought, well, I'll e-save that because it's got an e-save mode. Went into the infotainment system, thought I put it in e-save, and unfortunately I didn't, and I've gone through all of my electric. I then found the literal e-save button on the center console, which I hadn't seen beforehand, which is a little bit annoying because I wanted to test this car fairly and I wanted to test it in a way where it performs its best, and that is with the combination of the electric motor and the engine. So for a car which weighs quite a lot, it already was considerably heavy in its strong hybrid format, but to then be a plug-in hybrid as well, it needs that electric, and when you don't have it, the Tonale definitely suffers for it. If I put my foot down, oh God, it sounds, yeah, it doesn't sound ideal. And I did wonder actually when I took delivery of this car why they bothered putting the massive paddle shifters on this car, because at the end of the day it's a hybrid. Does it really need some ginormous paddle shifters? They're bigger than most performance cars. And actually, oh, there it goes again. The reason why you need these paddle shifters is so that you can override the gear changes, because especially when you're in normal mode, it hangs onto the gears for absolutely ages. So you are going to be wanting to use your paddles to change up the gears. But other than the slightly strained engine when you've run out of electric, if you are able to drive it on electric, then it's a delight. Of course, it gets that electric motor on the rear axle, so that then makes it four-wheel drive, so it's very capable. And also they have worked really hard on the steering and the kind of suspension upgrades. We all know that this is a Jeep underneath, and that's a little bit sacrilege when it comes to the Alfa Romeo name. However, they have done enough to make this car feel like it has some elements of Alfa about it. The suspension is actually pretty stiff, so if you're going to be using this as an everyday comfortable family car, then it's probably not going to be the one for you. But as an engaging car, it's actually pretty good. Today's video is in collaboration with the Vofo A139 Pro dashcam. If you've been looking for the ultimate in-car camera setup, well, it doesn't get much better than this. Here's 5 reasons why the Vofo A139 should be your next purchase. Number 1 is the fact that the Vofo Pro dashcam can be configured with not only 2 but 3 high-definition cameras, so you're covered from all angles. This is genuine footage that I took from the front, back and interior. Number 2 is the superior video quality. The Vofo A139 Pro dashcam boasts an impressive 4K Ultra HD resolution, delivering exceptional video quality that captures every detail on the road. Number 3, convenient connectivity. The A139 Pro is fitted with Wi-Fi, so it can seamlessly connect to your smartphone via an app, which enables you to quickly and effortlessly share videos with insurance companies, law enforcement, or just family and friends. Number 4, the Vofo dashcam attaches to your windscreen using a plastic film. This makes it easy to change, remove or move without damaging the glass or leaving a sticky residue. The cameras can also rotate 360 degrees. This makes installment extremely simple. Number 5, a company you can trust. Vofo offer a 12-month warranty with their products, as well as hundreds of online 5-star reviews. Vofo are currently offering some great discounts on the A139 Pro, but you'll need to be quick to gain access to this offer. Click the link down below and start investing in your peace of mind on the road. Even if you know nothing about cars, there's one noticeable difference about this car compared to the car that I drove in the Strong Hybrid variant, and that's the colour. Now, this green is available on the Strong Hybrid, but they chose to launch the plug-in hybrid in this green, and I think it looks amazing. It's very, very Alfa Romeo, and it suits the whole exterior of the car. In fact, you'll find that people that like the colour like the car, and those that don't like the colour don't like the car. It seems to be a bit of a running theme, so let me know. Do you like this green colour? Pop it in the comments down below. In terms of styling, I already mentioned when I drove this car last time that I personally love the styling of Alfa Romeos. I think they look so different to everything else on the road. They really are very eye-catching, and they're just very kind of stand out. The fact that nobody else has them, it makes them feel quite special. Of course, one of the big strange differences, if you've never seen an Alfa Romeo before, will be the fact that you've actually got a side-mounted plate. Now, the reason for this is because where these are built in Italy, you don't actually need to have a front plate, so they don't really have room for one, so we kind of have to bolt it on the side. But I don't mind too much because, again, it just adds to that difference about the Alfa Romeo. It's very high. That's something I didn't notice last time, but I'm noticing this time when spending time with the Alfa Romeo. The bonnet sits quite high off of the ground. You've got those fantastic Alfa Romeo headlamps which are set back under the bonnet and under this front fascia, and you've got them in the 3 light design. They really look quite special, and I really like the contrasting gloss black as well. It very much looks very premium despite being their entry-level SUV. The wheels are great as well because you've got those classic telephone style wheels that Alfa Romeo are so well known for. And again, you've got the gloss black elements on the wing mirrors, and because this is the Veloce, you get the badges again finished in black. I personally just think, compared to other premium rivals from Audi and BMW, this looks great. Despite the fact that the Tonale is a hybrid, they haven't lost out on that sporty element which comes expected with Alfa Romeo, and you still get a dual exhaust setup at the bottom in the gloss diffuser. These look great actually, and I'm really glad they've chosen to stick with them. With a lot of brands who are having hybrids are ditching having physical exhausts at the bottom, and they're kind of hiding them away to make them feel more eco-friendly. You've also got the Alfa Romeo light bar, so you've got those lights in the 3 formation, which is mirrored from the front lights, brought across to the back, and then you've got a light bar which runs all the way to the centre of the badge. The back of the car looks very good as well. Again, it's quite high off of the ground though. That is my only concern, but that really is a silly complaint when this ultimately is an SUV. Electric boot as standard, and inside the boot space isn't the best in its class. The plug-in hybrid gets a smaller boot than the non-plug-in at 385 litres because its bigger batteries are beneath the raised boot floor that sits at a fixed height. However, there's still storage underneath the boot floor which is big enough for the charging cables. Quality is something that I've seen the Alfa Romeo Tonale be snubbed for a couple of times online, but personally I find the quality in here to be fantastic. Yes, it isn't quite Stelvio quality, but it's not quite Stelvio money. It's more affordable than the Stelvio. So if you really go searching for it, you are going to find cheaper plastics. I really don't particularly like this bit of plastic which runs behind the screen. I do think that that cheapens the cabin, but this plastic down the centre console is very well textured. It's actually quite nice. I love all of the leather details, and I hate to say that because I'm not a leather girl. I like to have imitation leather instead, but I understand that at this price point of £50,000, and especially in a prestige car, people do expect leather and people like leather as well. But let's move that aside, and these seats do feel lovely quality. You've got the Alfa Romeo badge stitched onto the headrests, and they're nice and padded, they feel very comfortable, and you've got a similar leather steering wheel with this little padding detail. It all just feels lovely. All the touch points of this car are great. That includes the armrest as well, that feels very good, though underneath there are some scratchy plastics, but actually all the bits you touch feel very, very lovely. The screen, for me, this is a big letdown of the car. It's way, way, way too small compared to some other competitors, and it's just quite fiddly to use as well. There's something about the setup of this car with the screen is that the buttons are all very, very small and they're hard to press when you're driving, which is a shame. But what I am pleased to see is you do have some physical climate control dials along the bottom, so you can quickly change your temperatures whilst driving. This makes it a lot easier to use. So I don't seem quite so smitten with the Alfa Romeo Tonale the second time around, but perhaps that's a little bit unfair on the car, because I just don't suit a strong plug-in hybrid. I don't have somewhere to charge at home, I do way more than 30 miles a day, and for me, running this car just on the petrol 1.3 litre turbo engine, it's really not good enough for an Alfa Romeo. But it was never designed to be driven like that. It's designed to be driven on that electric battery. So if your lifestyle means that you can fit all of those boxes, then this could be the perfect plug-in hybrid for you. What is for certain is everything I loved about this car the first time around is still apparent. I think it looks great. The driving engagement is brilliant. The quality is very good as well, and it's very unique. And that's what I love about this car the most. But what do you think of the Alfa Romeo Tonale? Let me know in the comments down below. If you have enjoyed the video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Want to see more? Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget, if you are interested in the dash cam that I featured in today's video, then you can click the link down below to shop today. Until next time guys, see you later.